Hey everybody, and welcome back to 3COG. Today's topic is actually not any kind of gun, but today's topic is a flashlight. More specifically, the Powertac E20. So, basics on the flashlight. It's retailing for about $48 right now, and it has multiple settings with different lumen outputs and run times. We're going to get into that in a minute. It does use this rechargeable battery, and it comes with a charging base for you to remove the battery and put the base in, along with a little short USB cable to power the battery pack. So that's pretty cool. I like the fact that it's rechargeable. So additionally, it comes with this plastic sleeve to house two CR123 alpha batteries. So just a point of note, I think that's a really great feature. I'm happy that it can do that. But just as a note, if you're using the CR123s, those batteries last a little bit longer than the rechargeable pack, but the output is not as high. So you cannot use the really high settings if you're using 123s. What else do you get with it? You get a lanyard and a couple of different keychain type attachments, and then a replacement O-ring. This does have O-rings in the front, right here behind the bezel, and back here at the tail cap, obviously for your battery compartment. Alright, so your settings and your run times. So there's the strobe. So on strobe, it is putting out 1,180 lumens. It is extremely bright, and it can strobe for 3 hours. That's how long that battery will last on a full charge. If I hold it down, so now it is in what is called Firefly mode. So it just barely has a little bit of light output. The light output is 0.51 lumens, and the run time is supposedly 25 days at that. If I go up one setting, there's our low. Low is 50 lumens. The run time is supposed to be 25 hours for that. Go up another setting, that's medium. Medium is 200 lumens, and I'm supposed to have 10.5 hours of runtime with that. High is 480 lumens, and that's 3.5 hours of runtime. And then turbo. And turbo is the 1,180 lumens with a 2.8 hour runtime. That's extremely bright. If you're using the CR123 alphas on Firefly, it outputs 1.3 lumens. And that's supposed to last for 35 days. On low, 45 lumens for 40 hours. And on medium, 150 lumens for 10.5 hours. So I've been carrying this particular flashlight for about 2 weeks now, and I'm fairly impressed. It's nice and compact. It's nice and slim, small. The bezel of it is nice and compact as well. And I carry it in my back left pocket. Haven't had any issues with it being in the way or it annoying me as I'm carrying it. The pocket clip, they did a good job designing that. I haven't had it get caught on anything, and I like the fact that it's not extremely long. So it's just nice and short. It clips into my back pocket perfectly fine and does not seem to get caught on anything. Activation is via a side pressure pad right here. It does not have a tail cap pressure pad. So, but what the tail cap does have and what the tail cap does do is it is magnetic. So that's pretty neat. It means if you're working on something, like working on your car or whatever, if you have a piece of metal like the hood that you can stick the magnetic base up against, it'll illuminate what you're doing while you're working. It's also advertised as being waterproof to 2 meters. This is by no means a definitive, waterproof test, but it's completely submerged right now, and no issues with that. Maintenance recommendations, it does recommend every every couple of months to wipe the threads clean and lubricate them with a silicone-based lubricant. So, negatives of the flashlight. So, overall, I like it. There are a couple of negatives. It's made in China. So, I mean, that's fact of life. A lot of things are made in China. This is made in China. So, that equates for some of the low price. The side pressure pad only activation. Some people are going to view that as a negative. I pretty much view it as a training point. If this is the light you're going to carry consistently, then get used to it. Get used to where that pressure pad is and be able to activate it. Really, that's about it as far as negatives. I'm pretty happy with it. I've carried it consistently for 2 weeks now and don't really have a lot of bad things to say about it. I've been pretty impressed, and I've carried some very, very expensive flashlights. One of the ones that I carried for a long time was a Surefire Aviator. That has an MSRP of around $400, and honestly, I think, while I know, obviously, you know, made in America, all that kind of stuff, I think this does the job just as well. And I broke the pocket clip off of my Aviator 3 or 4 times. Surefire sent me new ones, but I did break the pocket clip, and I haven't broken this one yet. It does have a warranty, and it's basically if anything happens to it, they'll take care of you. So yeah, overall, been pretty happy with it. Oh yeah, it's got a strike face on the bezel here, so you know, nothing insane. It's not as sharp as some flashlights are, but I wouldn't want to get jabbed with that. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. I like it. I mean, and then, you know, the price point being under $50, it makes it harder to have an excuse of not carrying a flashlight. I really don't think that there is any excuse. I think you should always carry some kind of flashlight. I don't care if it's a gas station $3 flashlight, but you should have a flashlight, and you should carry a good flashlight. So if all you can afford is, you know, a little $3 mini mag, fine. And by mini mag, I mean the off-brand ones. But if you can afford something like this, there's no reason not to carry it. It's nice and small. It's handy. It'll work as a striker. Yeah. So for 48 bucks, I'm pretty happy with it. And if anything goes wrong with it, I will pass on the information to you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at 3 Kinds of Guns. Follow me on Facebook, 3cog. And thank you very much. I will see you next time.